Alrighty, welcome back to part 2. So in the first part, we took a program and we created a few menus. We did display menu and we did get menu choice, and we also created get positive number. So what we're going to do now is get a double function, and we're going to get area of a circle. I think it spells it. There we go. And at this point in time, we're not passing any parameters. So this is good. And let's go and create it. And what I'm going to do here is close this. Now, again, you got the return 0, 0. So you have to be careful. We need to change that. We don't know what it's actually going to change. But probably we will just copy the code from here. So here is enter the circle's radius. Radius equals. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to just cut this code here. And we're going to copy it and put it into, or actually cut it and put it into the get the area of a circle. And we're going to get some errors because we haven't declared radius. So let's go and go down to the function. And here's get area of a circle. And we have to declare radius, and we need to declare area. So that's fairly easy. So let's declare radius. And that will be a double. And remember, 0 and 0.0 are the same. Whatever you choose is fine. This is the same. I usually put 0.0 only so I know it's a double or a float. So now we have radius. Now we have this in here. So we're good over here. And what we're going to do here is look at why pi is not visible. I don't understand. Pi is a constant, but we don't see it. So what we need to do here is go and declare it as a global constant. So that'll be seen in the entire program. We don't have to worry about it being global because it cannot be changed. Remember, a global variable is dangerous because you can actually change the value, or you can calculate its value and then use it again later on a function. Then all of a sudden, it's going to give you the wrong result. So we'll see that in another video. So now once we put it here, it's variable, it's visible throughout anywhere in the program. Let's go down to our function, get circle, area, and pi is now fine. So we just need to do a little bit of cosmetic here. And we're going to put a parentheses here. So now we have something that's readable, pi times all of this. This is all 1. So this is perfectly acceptable because this is a function. Now, if that's too many parentheses, it's fine to do this because this is actually a function here. So sometimes you're putting too many things. So remember, the rule of thumb is your calculations always have to have an opening parentheses in the beginning and a closing at the end. If you're doing any kind of double calculations, then you would need to. Yes, you could put one here, and we're going to do it anyway. But it's really not necessary in this case. I think that this looks a little bit more readable, and it could be a little bit confusing. So we're going to leave it like that. It makes it look very easy to see what we're doing. So now we're going to return the area. And let's go to our function up top here. And we're going to do radius equals, we don't want to do that, we want area. Area equals get area circle. And what we're going to do here is we're going to print the area of the circle here to make sure what we get back is the very same thing as what was calculated in the function. Then you can delete that later on. So let's go cout the area is and we're good here. So then we don't need to do anything else. Let's run this program and see if we get the same results. And we want to get the area of a circle. And we need to enter, so we're going to enter 1. And both are the same. Let's try it now with 2. So we should get something like 12.5 because 2 squared is 4. So 4 times 3.159. So let's go and do the same thing. Enter the radius of a circle is 2. And we got 12.5664. And that's fine. So we're not printing that in with any precision. We can do that later. So we could actually, if we wanted to, rewrite the function so it says the area of a circle with radius of, and of course is. We can do that as well, but for right now, let's keep it simple and we're good to go. So now we're going to do one more thing. We have enter a rectangle's length and enter a rectangle's width. So now we have a choice. Is the length going to be an integer or a double? Well, it's already declared as a double. Let's leave it as a double because what happens if the length is 3.5? So let's go here and create a function that's called get, and we want the, I think the area of a rectangle. So we'll call a function and we'll return a double, get area of a circle. Now I'm not getting the little screwdriver thing, and because we have the same function, so let's try rectangle. And if you don't get it, right click and choose Control 1. So you see it have here just Control plus, and we'll click on Control plus and it gives me this. So I want to create the declaration in here, and we'll do double area and return area. So that looks good so far. Now we don't have anything inside the function. So now all we have to do is go up top here to our second one, is enter the rectangle's length, and let's go and cut this, and let's cut it, and we'll go down to get the area of a rectangle and see what variables we need. So we need length and we need width. And width equals 0. And we have our area. So now we don't have to do all this stuff here. We don't need this. What we can do here is just do cout here, and then we can do get the positive number. Length equals get positive number. Then we'll do width equals get positive number. We don't really have to worry about this. This is checking to see because we already have a function that says you need to enter a positive number. So we don't need this. So let's get rid of this. And we don't really need these braces here. And now we should get the area equals the length times the width, which makes sense. We're going to print out what the area is. So let's do something with easy numbers so we know that we can check to see if there's something wrong. So we're going to do this time area rectangle. Now we have a possible problem because did we call get the area of a rectangle? Let's see. You chose to. No. So there again, remember I keep saying do one thing and then check it. So let's go up here and fix that. Very easy. And what we'll do here is area. Do we have area? We have area. So we might want to change area to area circle and area of a rectangle. But for right now, we'll just do area equals get area of a rectangle. And then we're going to print the area again. Make sure that we're getting the right results returned. Let's go and test it now with number 2 and see what happens. So let's put in 2. You choose to enter the area's length. Please enter a number greater than 0. Now, you can also fix that with what's doing called function overloading or just passing your own private prompt in here. For now, we're not going to do it. We're going to do a total separate video on how to enhance the program. So we want to get the functions down first. So let's do 10 and let's do 5. And the area is 50 and 0. So we have some cosmetic number because we're always saying enter the rectangle's length and we're not saying enter the rectangle's width. So let's fix that real quick. And here we are, enter. And then we'll do, yeah, we'll just put in a fancy word now. Enter the rectangle's width. So we're good here. Let's run it again and see what happens. And we're going to do 2. And let's see what the rectangle's length is. Let's go and put in 10. And then let's do 7.75 for the width. Now it should be 7750. So let's see what happens. 77.5 and 77.5. So we haven't used the set precision yet, but we're going to do all the fancy stuff after we finish anything. So that is it for part 2. And let's go and just regroup what we did real quick. We added a formula to, actually a function, to get the rectangle. So we declared the variables that we need here. And what we're doing is we're telling the user we need to enter the rectangle's length. Then we're getting a number from get positive number. Then we're doing the rectangle's width. And we're getting it in here. And if you were doing a cube in there, you could do now get the cube's depth and use get positive number again. You don't have to write any extra code. So that's the advantage of function, is being able to use reusable code. So then we have this here, and it's not lining up all that nice, but that's okay. We can fix that later on. So that is it for this one, and we'll be looking at part 3 very shortly.